If I've understood your question correctly, I would say that Islamabad talks last week, in a way, were very successful, that Pakistan was able to bring both the sides to the table to talk to each other. Pakistan role has been validated not only by European countries and other regions, different head of states, head of governments, that Pakistan has played a very credible role. It has been acknowledged by United States as well. It has been acknowledged by Iran. So that makes it very important for us to sustain this ongoing process of back channel diplomacy. Why? Because it is important not only for the Middle East or the Gulf region, but it is equally important for South Asia and the rest of the regions as well. That validates Pakistan credibility, that it is playing its role very enthusiastically, but also, consistently. Because initially the people thought, analysts were talking about the failure of the first round of talks. However, I did not agree with many of them, because I thought that in the first dialogue between the two countries, we should not expect changes, success of dialogue or agreement between both the parties, because it needs time. And, after 1979, this is for the first time that in Iran and United States were talking to each other. Before that, there were sanctions on Iran, which Iran was surviving. There were, regional threats to Iran that it was in a way surviving. Now, Pakistan role is credible here because, unfortunately, Iran was more close to India than Pakistan. But Indian Prime Minister's visit to Israel one day before the attack on Iran was a very crucial, point where, Iran generally started looking towards Pakistan to play its role. Number one, Pakistan is a Muslim state. Number two, it is a nuclear state. So I think Pakistan has played its role very, very well. It has been acknowledged by European Union. It has been acknowledged even by both the parties to the war. Again, I would say that the challenge for us is now how to sustain this back channel diplomacy, or the efforts that our leaderships are, putting in these efforts. That becomes a challenge for us because of many internal challenges that we have in our country. So despite all the challenges, I think Pakistan is doing a great job for global peace. Well, initially when both the parties agreed to talk to each other, Lebanon was part of the ceasefire as a condition from the Iranian side. However, Israel kept striking Lebanon. Now, as far as these, even Pakistan said that, Lebanon was part of the ceasefire decision. Iran said it. A few US analysts acknowledged that, but Israel didn't agree to that, and it kept launching missiles and attacks on Lebanon. Now, as far as these talks are concerned, I would say that Israel should be honest in brokering peace with Lebanon, because before meeting in DC, Israel had talks with the Sunni leadership, Christian leadership, but the Shia leadership refused to talk to Israel inside Lebanon. Now, again, I would say that huge chunk, because there's a very big number of Shia population inside Iraq. So basically, the purpose was to bring the three civilizational, I would say, sides against the majority Shia population, Christians against them and Sunni population against them. That didn't work. If a big number of population is not sitting with you at the table of for negotiation, that does not mean that people in Lebanon are ready to take dictation from you. So in that case, even if analysts or political leadership say that the talks Washington between Lebanon and Israel were successful, I would say they would seem successful, but would not bear any fruits if you are, sidelining one major chunk of the population of Lebanon. So it all depends again on Israel willingness, whether it wants to bring peace Middle Eastern region, which would be good not only for its survival, but for the peace of the rest of the countries and regions as well as those regions, connected regions with Middle East. Number one, you see, Pakistan is facilitating and mediating. Pakistan cannot guarantee success of talks. Now, as far as the place of meeting is concerned, I think both sides somehow there are signals that they agree on meeting again in Pakistan. So that is very important. And the other thing that I want to emphasize on is that Pakistan has moved from a position of bystander to a pivotal stabilizer. And that has been acknowledged by almost every second leader at the global level. So, again, I would say that talks between both the parties depend on how much they trust each other. Pakistan role is just to facilitate them. And this shuttle diplomacy or channel diplomacy that Pakistan is engaged in is for that purpose to bring both the sides to some agreement, if not all, to agree to each other's points that cannot be harming their national interest on both sides. So I see Pakistan role as one that has been facilitating the talks very successfully and effortlessly is trying for a successful negotiations between these two countries. Well, in that case, I would say everyone is going to lose if these talks fail. Like I said, this war would not remain to Middle East between Israel and America on one side and Iran on the other side. It would spread to all regions of the world. So that is a loss for every country in every region. Now, as far as China is concerned, you see, China is a rising power. China is, economically, technologically, militarily, it is a rising power and is considered as a powerful say that has a say in international platforms like United Nations as one of its veto member. But it is going to be in a loss if these talks fail, because it is one of the major country that import oil through Strait of Hormuz from not only Iran but other countries as well. Saudi Arabia, though there was this Shia-Sunni friction or sectarian friction between both the countries, I think now after the PM Nawaz Sharif visit to Israel and his meeting with Crown Prince, I think they would want peaceful resolution to this war, to this crisis or deadlock, the talks between the two states. If these talks, and I'm very hopeful that they are going to be successful. If they are successful, it is a gain-gain, win-win situation for every country in different regions. For China, it is going to be a win-win position, as well as for United States and Iran. For Pakistan, it is going to be a win-win situation because our eastern border is already I would say not safe. We have, if we have not, said it officially that we are in war with Afghanistan, but that border is also not very safe. Now, 900-kilometer border with Iran, if God forbid a war continues there would be, certain actors that would get active inside Pakistan, and that could become a threat for our security as well. So for Pakistan, it is going to be a win-win situation as well, because we want peace with our immediate third neighbor. We do not want another country that has, a system or a government that is hostile to us, or is politically unstable, or has been affected by war like Afghanistan, and becomes a hub for non-state actors. So we cannot afford that. For United States, again, I would say for Turkey, for Gulf states, it is going to be a win-win situation. And for Iran, I think it is a win, because it will bring Iran as a global power at global stage. So I'm very hopeful that these talks would, if not 100% successful, they would bring about some agreement between the two parties, so that there's no escalation, and this war ends on some agreement from both the sides.